him, like make sure he doesn't get the ball. But that's besides the point. We're actually going to start the game now. RTF versus Demon Time.
Yes, sir. And I love that the Magnesized Souls picks on the X. It actually feels like it does so much work on this map, especially with the positioning of the barriers. It always feels like you're backing up a little bit. You got to go to the other side, and the Mag Souls really get you right in the face of the goalie and the ball sometimes. So it's a really nice pick. Actually, that's the only Mag Souls. Moffin going huge powerhouse pauldrons and momentum boots onto Era. She is definitely a speed demon as they're working on the right side of the map here, though. Great strike stacks. Is actually going to get the ball out and steal a barrier from Demon Time to start out. Moffin going to hand the ball right on down the line, trying to get into the hands of Leo Leon. A nice strike there from Xianzu, an early one. It's going to make it so they do not get checkmated there by that dash punch. One barrier down, another one. X gets right in that face. Maloom looking really low. This is kind of what I would expect from forward Dubu, is just to get their face beat right now, even by a team that looks something like this. X is probably going to have no problem dealing damage there. Moffin Koei going to give it on over to Maloom one more time. Let's see if they can get this kill here onto Maloom. Boom.
Like you said, as Maloom gets taken now, the Dubu can't really fight back in those scenarios because he's such a big target. And with Xianzi and the Joker just pelting Billy to zone, it's going to be very hard for the poor Maloom to stay alive as the goal goes in for Demon Time. Joker gained the credit. And we might need to wait for a couple Awakenings to slide in, but I mean, there's X on the other team, so they're just going to get even stronger.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, like, already a bunch of stacks on the side of Demon Time. They killed Maloom, which is, like, pretty standard, exactly what I'd expect. Joker's trying to go for the kill on Leo right now, but lacking a little bit of damage. No wand showing up right here for Joker as they're working on getting these final barriers. I feel like, oh man, Leo, that's kind of like the only way I could imagine them getting a kill at this point, is like spending that flip with the dash punch combo, or maybe getting like an ult and somebody doesn't want to evade. But they're not going to have anywhere near consistent damage, I feel like, and these stacks are going to simply stack up as another barrier goes down. Joker so fast to get in there, was trying to win a strike war against Moffin. Not going to work out there. Headbutt, flip, yeah, gets it on out there at least. Gumi trying to get it over it to the Joker. Does get an X Maximus punch, which doesn't score the ball, but it definitely scores Moffin Kui, and then they get the ball next. So this seems like the entire streamline of the game already shown in like 2 points.
Yeah, the Joker already hit 150 stacks, and now he's just all over the field, putting so much pressure in these bull rushes when these bell ringers out. It's keeping the pressure on the poor Maloom. But as these stacks are coming up for Demon Time, Xianzu, and Gumi, basically at 150 now. Xianzu is at 150 now. Now, the poor Dubu, poor RTF, can't really get anything done as they're getting outsped.
Yeah, Julie is going to be definitely the main barrier achieved getting here, because we don't really have much for Dubu yet. Like, if maybe Dubu grabs something with like projectile distance, like missile prop is kind of like the one thing that I feel like forward Dubu is really going to enjoy. That might end up working out, but man, they actually just end up dealing enough damage to Moffin, even with those powerhouse pauldrons, to get them right off the map. And boy, they're keeping insane amounts of pressure on the opposing team. RTF feels like they really can't do anything. I mean, this straight up feels like a comp diff. Like, it could be a skill diff, like that's fair and understandable, but this comp diff is what I'm really feeling here. And Time doesn't even have any damage yet. Like, they could just get at any point. Like, Bulk Up's about to show up. Like, the damage could happen, and they have all the control.
Now, so talk about the drop, the comp diff. Like, Dubu is last pick now, and he's not gonna really get anything.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you have extra special, but as you look at Demon Time's Awakening picks, we have Bulk Up, Manu, and extra special. That is more damage and more cooldowns to even pummel the Dubu even more.
Yeah, I mean, Monumentalist does end up landing onto Gumi as well, which is... that might have been a considerable deny. Era with Mon on this map is pretty alarming. Era with Mon in general is alarmingly good, covering so much space. Yeah, but not too much picked up by RTF at all. Like, we got Leo Leon with a prize fighter, and I'm not seeing too much fighting going on, as Julie is just... I mean, with Dubu on the team, most of the time your dash punch is being used to get some barriers. I mean, yeah, you gotta get the objective at some point, although it gets a kill with that dash punch, maybe just enough power and another stack to go with it, and that could be some momentum gained from the side of RTF. Moffin, of course, getting specialized training, which definitely helps Kazan deal regular damage when needed, and that could also be a turning point as well as, wow, a couple of great strikes and keep both of those barriers alive. Joker spending the X Maximus to get at least one of these barriers. Leon winning an interaction against Xianzhu is actually going to end up scoring the goal. Big for RTF to just win everything there.
It's all of the Leon 500 that make the hero plays in this matchup. He did get one kill on the Xianzhu, resetting the stacks, and now, if I am Leon, I'm fishing for a kill on Joker. Because we need to reset those stacks, rotate these kills. Like, the optimal play would be like, okay, we're gonna kill Joker now, yes, the stacks are gonna reset. And then we just cycle, kill Xianzhu, kill the forwards, and hopefully make something happen. Oh my gosh, barely not a kill there.
Yeah, like you're saying, at least trying to do what they can to basically spend all of their resources to just reset the stacks, and was just a little bit far off. Spent everything and died, and got basically nothing out of it. Nice dribble there from Xianzhu, but can't find the primary, as Leon is going to return to the board. Era almost getting it through there with the Bewitching Beam, which of course does not stun players. Often could we almost be able to block that one, but Joker on the front side is going to clean up that final barrier. Malum doing what Dubu does best, making a wall for a short amount of time. Now finally getting pretty involved, has a solid amount of health pool here. Might go for the flip. Okay, does go for the flip there, winning a strike war. Leon nicely. Going to actually finally get both of those barriers. Now it's up to Moffinkui to hold against Joker, although he kinda has this flip, and there it goes. 2v3. Oh, try.
Unfortunate strike placement there from Moffinkui. And now Demon Time just shifted the plan. Okay, let's not let Leon do anything this game. So you just make him basically have a Dead Awakening. They killed him twice, and he's at 0 surprise fighter stack, so he's just basically playing with one Awakening at this point.
Which is definitely what happens when you grab Prize Fighter and can't seem to find the prize that you are looking for. Although, hey, Malum does actually have 150 stacks. Rare scenario where Dubu survives long enough to get that, although the Joker, dealing a lot of crossfire damage just by trying to get these barriers. I mean, the entire team is kind of getting hit by these AoE moves. Era hits everyone with Bewitching Beam. Of course, the Piercing Shot is also going to go right through everyone as well. There you go, dealing some damage to Moffinkui as well. Yeah, Joker looking for the kill right now. Probably going to happen. Absolutely no problem for Joker to get that kill on Moffin. Now we have no goalie. Can we get this goal? Yes, we can.
It's simple, clean passing plays, scoring on the top side. And even though Malum has this 150 stacks, it's still Dubu on Demon BS against the NASL team. And not a great matchup here for Malum. And with these hero plays coming in from Leon, maybe he can do something, but that's just use all his abilities on that one barrier. And Demon Time not gonna get the chance to take another one.
Yeah, that is definitely possible. Low would love the hold there from Joker. Actually mix up the timing there nicely. Oh my god, Era backwards is actually going to do just about everyone's health, including Malum, getting knocked all over the place, trying to finish them off, but can't actually, then does indeed, and gets the goal. And, well, the stack reset doesn't matter, because that will certainly be the end of that set. Again, the simple streamline of Demon Time kind of just running all over RTF right now shall continue as X's first pick.
Looking at Glass Cannon, Demolitionist, all those stuff. But this time Dubu is not last pick, so he can maybe pick up the Missile Prop, but I think Xianzhu's probably going to deny that at that point.
I do agree that it would be a solid deny. I'm going to let it go through. Actually, Dubu gets a pick of whatever they want. Going to take Rampage, which is interesting, as I believe you were going to be a little too large to avoid any moves in the game, but that's okay. There wasn't a ton of damage in that draft to begin with. A little bit of Glass Cannon speed for Gumi, though, is nice, and Joker with some size. Berserker, one of the more interesting awakenings in the game right now. It's kind of hard to quantify how good it is, but we'll see if we can get some value out of that one, as, of course, Leon is already completely shattered, trying to regen a little bit. Xianzhu almost shattered as well, but going to avoid some of the damage by running through midfield a little bit there, as the opposing team tries to work on the barrier. Moffinkui is going to defend that one. At distance with those Rose Petals is going to get that one. Actually, Rose Thorns, not Petals. Going to get that one through onto the bottom side of the barrier, the back side, really. And not much going on. I want to see Malum get some value out of this Rampage, really.
Yeah. 2 stacking Awakenings picking on Dubu, but You have to get there in the first place. So the way these points have been going, it's not really gonna happen. But if the stars align and William stays alive long enough, he can take over this game. Again, if there was any other character, it might be a bit scary. But the Tofu Fortress gets put down, and now we have open barrier here for RTF. No reversal, Hook comes out, saving the ball. But Leon with dash punch, too much of the voice speed opportunity, and trying to force it through all 3 players at even time. No dice and no opportunity there.
Yeah, they're doing a pretty good job of keeping the possession here, though. It finally goes behind the opposing barrier, though they get it right back out there. Leon, now too small to even get a dash punch, but Joker finds a kill once again. Malum nowhere to be found. All stacks set to 0. Dubu, a sad excuse for a hamster right now, as Flip is seen on almost everyone on Demon Time. They do end up punching it right in with no resources really used. And that is double Flip for the second part of this set. RTF, I do not know. I don't know.
Okay, if I'm Demon Time, I'm saying let's nuke someone. Double Flip. Let's say let's nuke Leon. There's no evade. Joker trying to hit those abilities, but a slight misspacing and whiffing him. It's okay. Open barrier here for RTF. Leon trying to make something happen in the bottom corner, rotating them off from Koei. What comes out? Giving the ball to Malum. Strike passing plays are coming up, but nothing was there happening. They're cutting the passes, they're keeping it tight, and no real checkmate scenarios being opened up here.
Yeah, Malum, or Mop and Koei doing a great job of defending right now, and Leon is actually doing an incredible job of simply winning strike wars quite consistently. So really just getting super involved. Xianzu actually, oh my god, flips the table onto Leon, jumping right behind and actually executing them with the assistance of that flip. Kind of nasty, but definitely necessary as they're going to try to get this last barrier. And 14 seconds does pass. Leon, slight revenge on the opposing side, gets a kill of their own. This power play might be enough to get this goal. Leon actually just runs up and says, "Bro, stop dribbling. I'm in."
Yeah, it's none of that here. I'm not falling for any of your tricks. Leon is level 8 now. He did get a prize fighter stack. And maybe if you could find 3 more dash punches, they could turn this game around. But all the damage coming in from the Joker is really a lot of pressure. Balloon's low HP as well. The 3 players on this core field are all low stagger. Let's see, it's up to which team will capitalize on this moment.
Yeah, I mean, Joker's kind of just getting involved, creating chaos, and just doing damage to the opposing team. Xianzu and Gumi are easily keeping the possession, not letting the ball go too far past midfield, and doing damage to the enemy team as well. Xianzu getting those piercing shots too. Leon wins that interaction there. Is the only one on the front lines, but can't win due to simply lacking of strikes. Gumi now down to Xianzu, has this flip, probably going to move up to make a play. Only 2 points left in this spot. I mean, runs so far forward, but it's already over before Gumi can even get that flip or make a play. 2-1 right now in this last set. Match point for Demon Time. I feel like this game might not have been a surprise.
Yeah, it all came down to the characters picked in this unfortunate matchup here on Demon Days. But Gumi's having a lot of fun. Leon with the reversal. Not like Gumi having any of that. I mean, Xiaozi has a flip though. Probably gonna save it. There's no reason to use it. 2 points. Save it till Gumi comes back. Something here. Joker playing on his bottom side with Xianzu. Playing it slow, keeping possession. Good rotate out with the Gumi. I mean, with Gumi here, it's a much different goalie than Barcode, because Barcode was to hold it down, but Gumi just allows Demon Time to really play to their strengths. It's basically a 3v2 every single interaction on the side of ITF.
Oh, great pass interception there from Xianzu, which could have spelled death. Leon does have extra speed from the Among Titans, but can't really strike the ball that much, being 20% smaller. Nice hold from Joker. Yeah, really difficult spot there from Moff and Koei. It's just a simple read right there, and Joker is going to win out with slight striker advantage, as the ball is certainly plummeting towards the opposing goal. Well played there from Demon Time. Did not throw. It really was, I feel like, on them to... It was their game to win, and they certainly took advantage of that by attacking who they needed to, making sure that Malum really couldn't do all that much, and Leon just didn't have the support that they needed to get the ball through. But that is going to be 1-0 for Demon Time.
Looking at these stats here, you can see X, top 1 brawler, basically 33,000 damage, 7 KOs.
Oh,
and then poor Dubu, that the dude got taken out back and got handled by the Demon Time. Going into this next map, Envy, what do you think some adjustments can be made for RTF?
Okay, these are all very good players. I am a caster. I am not a NASL level player. So I'm gonna say things like, I can't see Dubu being the pick in that specific game. It might have been an early pick for Dubu Brawler. I didn't see the exact drafts there, but that felt like the real weak point. I think if Leo Leon had more board, like just even more traditional midfielder, like a simple Amy could have really went a long way. Having just agency over more range probably gives Leo Leon like the advantages that they need to get some more of these barriers. I don't think Dubu Forward's like particularly like the worst pick ever on this map. It just feels like they are going. It's just sitting duck for someone like X. I mean, you're really big, which is pretty nice to like cover the parts between the barrier and the wall. But you're also getting hit by every single one of X's moves by accident. I mean, Estelle can't miss you, and I mean, Gumi had Monumentalist also that game. So Dubu is not avoiding any of that damage pretty much regardless and can't really escape. I mean, it's not like Somersault is getting you anywhere. The ult is fine, but like it doesn't simply guarantee any objectives, resources. It doesn't save. It doesn't really kill unless you have like the stuff to go with it. So if Dubu felt like the weak pick to me, I think Lilian and Muffin Kui were completely fine that game. I think just a little bit more agency over more range is what they're looking for. And I hope to see that in our next game as we move on over there. I didn't actually get to see which map it was. Did you happen to see it?
No, I did not, sadly.
All right. We will find out in just a moment there. Here we go. It's actually going to be Atlas Laboratory. Very, very standard map. One of my favorite maps in the game, of course, although playing 6,000 games on it, it does make you think, oh man, should I keep playing on here? But there is damage to be had, of course. Blowing up the black hole in the middle does like a ton of damage. So you could find a damage comp on this map as well. But I would say that going for ball control, like I think that RTF was sort of going for the most part, could work on Atlas Lab way better than Demon Days.
Yeah, and in that scenario, I know Malum has different picks they can choose on the Atlas Lab. It's certainly something that is not Dubu midfield equivalent that could help Leo Leon and Mafukoi. Help them out a bit, but I mean, like you said, there's damage comps to be picked. Demon Time, they could pick at the litter anything. X, I me. Gumi probably will pick Era. Anything support. I've seen him pick Rune too. I'm not sure he's gonna pick it here, but I think when the Awakenings come out, when we see it, it is it'll be. We'll see what the comps are once we have a concrete like set of Awakenings that we can see and choose their teams.
Sure. I mean, even on that map, like in that game, I don't even think like X, Estelle, and Era is like the damage comp, but they were, synergizing very well, coordinating what they needed to, and they do find a lot of damage that way. I mean, Gumi could have played even more damage goalie, and speaking of damage goalie, we might see that with the Deadeye on the board. We do have Demolitionist to go with it, a little bit of size, so we might see something like... They did ban Finny and Vice last game. Finny and Vice could also be targets for ban even on this map with something like Deadeye if they don't feel like playing it, because that is mega damn. They can kind of kill people by themselves, to be honest.
Yeah, the Finny, Vice, like you said, are pretty high priority picks. And this Deadeye, I expect both Demon Time and RTF to really lean into these Deadeye comps. Maybe if you're like the brawler, you could pick size like X or Asher, but I highly doubt that. Probably gonna lean into some Rasmus could be picked with Deadeye, but you would prefer size. Like the brawlers would probably pick size, and then the midfielder and goalies will probably lean into the damage with the Deadeye pick.
Yeah, that seems like a pretty solid thought here, though. Amy feels like she has some good use on this map, especially being able to manipulate the black hole with things like glitch pop is nice, and I don't know. And overall, I think Amy is like in a pretty good spot right now. I feel like every time I see her, I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty noticing that she kind of gets everything done that she wants to. Great at killing, especially with Deadeye start. Alarmingly good at killing with Deadeye start. and is really great for ball control, especially if you grab something like Extra Special, which isn't a super priority pick on everyone, so sometimes falls right over to Amy, as the first picks are sort of happening in just a moment here, though. Can't wait to see these bands. These bands are going to be so big and a lot to talk about, don't you
Yeah.
think?
Once they come through, we have so much more to talk about.
I know. Oh my god.
Taking this sweet time here.
Yeah. Honestly, I get it though. We're really thinking right now. Deadeye's on the board. Are we playing Luna or are we banning Luna? I mean, definitely the MVP of all NASL games is Luna, the #1 killing champion. Certainly gonna get banned this game, like 100%. Like we're gonna see that. Then we're gonna talk about it. I can't wait to see these bans. Right when we start talking about it, it's gonna be so sick.
Yeah. I will say, I expect brawlers to be pretty low prior on these ban starts. Never mind, the bans did come in. Demon
There it
Time
is.
banning the Kazan and RTF banning the
Uh-huh.
Aimi. What do you think about
Okay.
that?
I think that's understandable. RTF banning Amy, which is, I think Gumi would consider playing Amy for sure, especially with Deadeye. Like really, just so good with Deadeye. Like lots of knockback, lots of damage, and boom, Luna picked just about instantly for Demon Time. That priority picks such as Luna, Vice, maybe Finny, and Amy. Definitely are the damage champions that you'd like to pick with this Deadeye start. And also banning out Moffin Kui's Kazan there as well. So probably going to find Moffin Kui on. I don't know. What do you think? We'll see on Moffin Kui.
You could pick Finny here, or I see an Asher pick come in for RTF. Because his pool is usually Rasmus, Kazan, Finny. Rasmus is totally fine here. Finny's totally fine here. I'm really intrigued about what Maloom's gonna pick because I know Moffat could play the Asher here, but I highly doubt it. It's probably Leo Leon, but maybe like a Vice would be good here. I only like Vice Estelle. They could flex. I'm pretty sure. Ooh, they picked Rasmus. It's definitely Rasmus going now in the Asher forward, and they're
Oh yeah,
saving Maloom to be last, which is interesting.
could be. They're not looking at super high damage here with Asher and Rasmus, so they might maybe go for a little more ball. I could see Maloom picking something like Kai. I think the last time I actually played against Maloom, they were like a kind of sniping with Giga Blast. Really
Oh,
good timing to get things off the map. But man, oh god, Luna, Vice, Estelle. Oh man, are we seeing the Gumi Estelle? Maybe Gumi could play basically any one of these
I think
characters. So
it's the Joker, the Joker style, and then
okay, we're Joker
probably
Estelle. That's a
probably Vice Xianzu because Estelle Vice is a really good forward comp, double range on a Deadeye start. That
yeah.
means it's going to be really hard for them to buff. Oh,
X.
huh. Wait,
Whoa. We have 3
this
brawlers on the
this is
side of
crazy. Yeah,
RTF. Oh no. Okay.
wait.
That's wow.
This is the craziest comp I've seen. Like comp lineups, double, triple brawler, the triple midfield. Like
Wow.
obviously, on this start, the triple midfield team is gonna be favored here on a Deadeye start, and I'm just wondering
Yeah.
what's gonna happen to like the poor X on the forward line getting hit with the nuke and Estelle and
Okay.
everything.
I'm looking at the comp again. And now I'm seeing high primo damage on the side of Demon Time and very little mobility and killing power on the side of RTF. Now, yes, we know that X is quite good at killing a solid damage and good core control and everything. But we are looking at Luna Vice on the same team, Deadeye start, and Estelle is also great at finishing off kills and helping deal damage. I mean, oh my gosh, this might be the bloodiest bath of the day as we are loading on in here to Atlas Lab. Hey, it's really on RTF to avoid the black hole because the second anyone get touches by that, you will be vaporized. Oh my god, I'm a little afraid for them. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm sure RTF knows how to properly play against like damage wise, but it's gonna be very hard with the black hole and Demon Time saying, "Oh, let's nuke this guy with no evade. Let's cycle our cooldowns and layer them and make sure that the poor X cannot play the game." Because I'm looking at Leo Leon 500 to be on the sidelines to be on the sidelines for about half this game.
I Agree. I agree indeed. We do have double Vambrace, which is definitely the only thing that you might be able to do at this point. Xianzu grabbing pummelers, ready to execute the opponents with Luna. I mean, most of the time I feel like competitive comps are like, okay, guys, let's nuke this dude. Let's spend some cooldowns, multiple on this dude. But really, Luna Vice can kind of do it by themselves with a little less coordination needed, as Malum is already just about at nothing, and we don't have ults yet, so things are going to get a little bit worse than that as the time goes on, although one barrier down for each. Xianzu actually gets hit by the orb, going to end up evading, but yeah, the Joker finds a great piercing shot to execute Malum, sending them out of here for 14 seconds. Whoa, Leon healing a whole lot from that Vambrace. We might be able to see Leon keep themselves alive with that one, but I worry if Asher can get the same amount of damage and value out of this Vambrace when everyone hits level 2.
And we saw from the speed from Xianzu, they did in fact take pummelers. And I really agree with this pick, because I mean, at this point, Gumi and the Joker are gonna put so much damage on, and then once someone has an evade, they'll get nuked. But they find the gold, they're getting the gold credit, and maybe this they only need 8 more, only 8 more.
That is true. Honestly, maybe Leon just, is the GOAT and gets those scores in there like that, and the damage just means nothing. I mean, look at this. Almost soloing that top side there. Joker trying to get a Quangle there onto Malum, but not going to successfully find it there. Xianzu wins an interaction, spending the ultimate from Mafin Kui. Also didn't have evade, but walks right on out of there. Both barriers are down for the side of Demon Time right now. Wins an interaction against Leon. Kind of big there, though. But this X is only going to get larger. Black hole popped completely. Mafin Kui going to move up a little bit to try to help out. Gumi flies in there with the Thunderstruck, of course, helping out there with the third forward as the eject button will allow. Great evade on the piercing shot. We are skilled players. As the ball is going to moment a little bit closer to Mafin Kui. Yeah, Gumi goes on in there. No flip to be found, no ult either. Crater Maker comes out, deals a whole lot of damage to Mafin, and that might be the next target for the kill.
I mean, Leland does have the flip here. They're doing passive plays. 1, 2. Oh, flip gets popped first. But Leland secures the second point. Hey, this is not how I was expecting this game to go. But 2 points for RTF. However, Leon has no evade, and we all know what's going to happen next.
This could be a crater in the ground in just a few seconds here, though. Yeah, RTF taking the first 2 points. Not too bad. Malum's basically the only one that has died so far. I think actually maybe Mafin Kui went down once as well, but it really hasn't affected the game all that much yet. The next couple of awakenings might... Oh, nice interruption there from Malum, keeping that bottom... Oh, word. Yeah, nice...
Yeah.
Nice defense there, though. As we're gonna keep these barriers up here. Finding a kill. They do end up getting the Leon on out of there. No stacks to be had, though, so not too much value lost other than this power play. Great coordination there from Xianzu and Joker. Another kill sent there from Gumi, who's going to eject themselves right on in. Stays as well. Sends up the ult. Blasts Leon in the core out of the way, and that will be the next point for Demon Time.
Yeah, that was what I expected for Demon Time to do the first 2 points. And that was a really nice pass from Xianzu into the supernova from Gumi, securing that second goal. And now Leon has no evade again, and he lost 75 HP bar and does not die to the Crane Raker there, actually. And with this Vicious Vambrace, they'll be able to heal up and get back to a normal HP bar.
Yeah, Vicious Vambrace doing a pretty solid amount of healing, even with just striking. Actually, great amount of healing for Leon, absorbing some of those cooldowns and healing themselves right up. X and Aximus actually dealing a lot of damage to Joker. It's going to be out of the play for just a moment here, though. Going to try to find an orb, perhaps. There you go. Down onto Joker, who gets it. The Pendulum Swing is not successful to keep that barrier alive. Gumi going really far in, sets up the ult, deals a lot of damage. No eject button back, though, but Xianzu's going to take the goalie spot, boosts right into the face of Malum. Gets the kill, but loses the barrier in return. Will we see a flip here from Gumi? Does spend it, gets the final barrier. Xianzu is taking the goalie spot, though, nicely. Gumi has not left the forward. There they go, finally returning back. Xianzu might have some cooldowns now to get their point going here. Boosts into Leon, tries to get through with X-Max. It's not going to work out. Mafin Kui steals the ball with that Death's Touch. And now, last point will just continue here in overtime.
Wow, Moon does have no evade again. They're probably the next target for the damage. If they get an opportunity, Flip does get burned. Leon almost gets the gold there, but it's looking scary here with Gumi teleporting in. Xianzi and Joker pushing up. Trying to secure this goal as double ranged. Oh, both abilities gets whiffed here for Xianzi. They do have the Flip though. This might be the win conditioning lead. Oh, never mind. Leon 500s to go. He gets it in, slots it between Gumi and the Joker. Set 1, going to RTF.
Again, definitely did not exactly see this result for this game, but I love surprises, and boy, what a surprise here to see this triple brawler team, Wink, against this team with hyper Deadeye damage going insane. Yes, picking up some health, Leon, and some speed. Peak performance might be one of the best things you could pick up here if you are X. Not much more health layer on the board, not a lot of defense showing up, so you get quick strike onto Xianzi, which will help against the Joker a little bit there. Super Surge, a lot of extra range for Thunderstrike is quite good. Cast Blast, not looking too good on Mafin Kui. It's alright, but a lot more value to be found elsewhere. Malum also getting Timeless, which is pretty low value, I'd say, until I'm proven otherwise. And Joker, I mean, Among Titans is just kind of good. It tries to go for the behind the back. Honestly, every time I see it, I respect it. Even if it fails, you gotta respect the behind the back.
You always gotta try it. I will say I'm surprised Berserker didn't get picked for RTF or Malum. I guess the Awakening is not the greatest, but in this certain like damage comp thing, like right now they're pretty low. They could be a little bit of power, but Times Creator does allow for those checkmates with the airship, so maybe that's what they're thinking about.
Definitely could be. It's a lot of pressure there onto Mafin Kui. That's kind of where the triple midfield comes in, bro. You just send too many projectiles at somebody and things get a little bit overwhelming. All right, sends out the Path Splitter. It's going to hold the ball even through that ult, which is a pretty solid situation there for Malum. Flip here from Joker. We got the Whiplash up, though. Great ult, man. Keeping that one alive. Mafin Kui, so wise to what's going on. Definitely going to flip, beat the Crater Maker, but oh, man, Joker gets too close, wins out, stuffs the flip. And that's going to be Demon Time taking their point in this set.
Yeah, great strike for Joker. Securing that first point. And now, 2 evade. I mean, we have 1 quad flip here for RTF, but no evade for poor Malum, but the Joker gets taken out there. But a reversal from Xianzi gets the revenge, and now that's a 2v2. Nuking Malum, though, with the with the black hole. Like you said before, that's a lot of damage on the board.
That was a really good play, just actually sending out the primary to knock them into the black hole, really just doing an instant half of the opposing health. Here goes Crater Maker. They get it through onto the right side of that Crater Maker, and that is going to be nearly undefendable, especially with Mafin Kui. Not looking at a whole lot of evade there. Neither point here for Demon Time. Okay, this is a little bit closer on what I thought I might see here, although I really don't think that the Awakenings were super impactful from the side of Demon Time, but really coming in handy. Leon getting that X Maximus, taking both of those barriers nicely. Mafin Kui moving up to strike War Joker correctly there. Malum using some cooldowns to squish it into the corner. Doesn't find it yet, though. The Thunderstrike from Gumi actually gets a really long stun there for Mafin Kui, but gets it on over to Malum. Yeah, nice knocking around Joker there with the Black Hole. Leon, no X Maximus yet to win that interaction. A read there from Mafin Kui is not going to work out, although stunning the Joker to get the ball passed once again. Clear it up through. Leon and Malum now approaching on the top side. I love that strike. Oh my god, actually, man, the slow pass from Malum back down to Leo was like pristine. Like that is what you needed to score. Well played.
Yeah, they played together, and that's what you want to do against these teams. You can really, you can win like 1v1 interactions against these caliber of players, but it's really rare unless you do like a dash marcher or like a checkmate scenario. But playing together is what RTF needs to really do in order to secure these points like quickly, because they don't want these points to go long, because that means the damage is stacking up.
Nice.
If Leon can find these quick like X Maximus procs and get these double barriers, this is how RTF can take over this game.
It's true. I mean, we do have kind of a triple brawler situation, but hey, brawlers are pretty damn good at getting the ball through midfielders, to be honest. As long as you get right in their face, that's kind of what Leon is doing, bro. He's actually just like breaking the barrier of these forwards. Possible pun intended there, though. And Maluma, too. You can take the ball instantly, and then you just have Asher forward. So, I mean, if the ball gets into a bad spot, either of these players can push it on through, and that is a strict benefit, at least, for having multiple of these kind of brawlers on your team.
Yeah, as the Joker does have a flip here, probably gonna look to find a cheeky kill on the Leo Leon 500. With that piercing shot, does not secure the kill with the knockback. But Leo Leon is out of the play here. But he did heal 50% with the Vicious Vambrace. Really nice drafting there. This is double Vambrace. I thought they would be like outsped a bit, but they're really keeping their own here.
I agree. I am impressed with
Cass's curse.
Yeah, keeping their own and then being vaporized just about a second later. They're gonna have to win a couple strike wars here against Moff Kui, actually winning out very nicely, stealing a barrier, wasting everyone's time. 14 entire seconds is enough for all the players to come back. We got our brawlers. We're holding the barrier until just the last moment there, though, but still keeping the point alive for them to return. Now Maloom has a little bit of possession here on the top. Gonna fight through this Supernova. A kill actually for the side of RTF there. Could be big. Scooby is gonna go in there with that Thunderstrike and dribble it to himself. No. Wins out against Mafukui, but doesn't have another cooldown to get it on through. And now Leo Leon and Maloom are just 2v1ing Xianzu. Well played. Go Art. This is man. This is how you know I stink at this game. Because I look at this comp, I look at this game, and I say, I don't think so. And then they think so. So, you know, good job, brother.
Going into this draft, a lot of damage here. Vice is fourth pick, and I'm looking at this heavy impact explosive entrance duo. And I wonder if they just decide to let Vice get heavy impact. They take hot shot. Well, this is triple damage awakenings with Demon Time, and I think this is where Demon Time will scale even more and do even more damage. And now they can actually kill consistently. Not like they could before, but this is just even more pressure that we put on RTF.
True, that's like oh gosh, yeah. Supernova'd their brains out, completely gone. Maloom also taking a ton of damage, gonna get Crater makered right there. But oh my god, the Vambrace is doing like the Vambrace is actually going insane in this game. I feel like people have probably seen Vambrace get value, but like it's so obvious in this game the value they gained. But yeah, they are finding ways to get this X out of here. These midfielders have lots of cooldowns, lots of damage, like you just said, picking up even more damage from that draft. Can't get it out against Xianzu. Not in the right positioning there. Going to evade the piercing shot, stuck in the bell ringer. You know, you can't strike during bell ringer, and that's going to be a point there. Xianzu gets the credit. Demon Time, they're going to work on this next set, but they don't have one yet. It's all RTF right now.
The fact this is really good that RTF did get 2 sets, but this just allows Demon Time to scale even more if they would win the next 2. But like I'm so very surprised that this Vicious Vambrace is putting in so much work expected. The clear does get out from Gumi, clearing away from Leo Leon, and it's just really good play here. The behind the back from Gumi gets the ball out, and now this is peak gameplay here.
This really is like peak. It actually is like peak gameplay. We're seeing just like one of the strongest damage comps that you could really even think of, like Luna Vice. I mean, if for some reason Joker picked like Finny and they were still winning, it'd be like, okay, fine, that's the damage comp for some reason. But this is like they are just simply surviving this interaction. Actually, Lilian not having slicks, can't reach the ball there. Wow, huge piercing shot from Joker and gets it right on through as the goal opens. Perfect shot. Joker, well played, getting the credit for that one. They might be able to bring this one back here, though. The damage does stack up every awakening gained, although I'm not sure if we've seen Lizard Remedy just yet. That could give somebody the survivability that they need. Joker getting that evade, which was huge, going to keep themselves alive. And man, it's just all I want to say is how incredible Vambrace has been.
We are coming back there. Laloon does have a flip. One berry does get taken. With the Supernova trying to find a cheeky kill on the Malkoi. Flip gets burned. X-Max just comes out, but no dice on that scoring opportunity. Xianzu is really low. The Joker is really low as well. And I want to see RTF to actually secure a kill here, if they can.
They might be able to. All of RTF is looking quite healthy right now. Mavakui almost gets that humongous Death's Touch, especially with that specialized training. It's going to help do a lot more knockback there. Joker can't really be too involved in these plays as they are just about dead. Now unshattered after grabbing that orb. Great evade there from Mafinkui. He's going to get that nice strike reaction there from Mafinkui, was sniffing out that dangerous scenario. Xianzhu working on a flip as well, which could be just as deadly as any of these other characters. Man, Leon gets it on through that double goalie interaction. Passing the ball on up to Malum. Xianzhu just about at nothing, but Leon has been just getting a lot of objectives with the X Maximus, so probably doesn't have it up for this interaction here. But man, killing Xianzhu would be quite big for RTF.
With this overtime here, a lot of core speed coming out. Oh. Leon slots it in on the bottom side. And I think at that one point, but it was looking really scary there in overtime with the core speed. The Demon Time was really putting the pressure because, as we said, the triple brawler, double brawler forward duo, they don't really have range to contest that. They can't really cover like fast core speeds. And if the ball's going at Mach 10 in overtime, they can't really keep up.
Yeah, they are definitely way better when they are getting in the face of these midfielders, and of course that is certainly their goal the entire time. Malum, actually ends up avoiding the piercing shot, but does get cleaned up by Xianzhu there. Pummeler's now activated. No one to defend the goal at this point. Joker gonna pass it on down through Leon. Mafinkui gonna try to defend this here 2v3 on up, just spending a little bit of time. Joker spends the cooldown, but doesn't find the kill or the barrier. But Xianzhu is now looking a little bit low. Leon doesn't have anything else to help get the ball through. But man, the Crater Maker on the extra stun is going to be enough to get the kill. Although Joker sort of out of the play for a moment, but enough to get the barrier. Going to go in there with the flip absolutely end the set. Yeah, just about impossible to defend there. Demon Time grabbing their first set here, which is big. Mafinkui almost definitely the MVP, and I mean Demon Time getting the first one. And it's going to be Xianzhu with the MVP. I was literally just looking at his name. There's a lot to talk about.
Yeah, this draft. Missile Prop Prize Fighter. And Drasis is gonna have to make a tough decision here. Just like the prime time. Oh, Stacks. Interesting pick here. They're trying to leave something for your style, like Missile Prop Stinger Prize Fighter. Ooh. Okay. I will say I'm pretty surprised that no one took Stinger. But hey, I'm just here. I'm just here on the casting block. So there's a lot of damage. Demon Time is more inclined to keep hitting them. And I will say, the prime time on the Rasmus is good to keeping winning those one interactions like you need to get the ball up to Leon. Did you see that vicious rampage? That was crazy.
Well, Leon actually on literal death's door. Was on death's door, then healed up a lot. That felt cool. But then instantly kills both of them, because they are playing Deadeye Demons, and they probably, I guess for that last draft, they were probably thinking, we just simply have enough damage, so let's get some speed, let's get some size, let's get a little bit of extra stuff so we can end this game and get these objectives. I'm gonna do some nice passing plays here, though. Mafinkui gonna have to deal with just about everything. That was a really difficult spot, getting actually blasted out of the goal zone, and then, Joker is kind of shooting you in the face. So, understandable to drop that point, although as we go over to the next one here, Xianzhu gonna be the next one with Flip, and might find a kill of their own.
Like you said, they're fishing for this dash rocket kill, just like I said, finding it. Power play here for Demon Time. Flip coming up for Joker. Gumi has one in the back. They need to use it. Wonder falls, rotating down the Gumi. Alpha really pushing up, trying to let the ball get to the barrier. Really rotating well with Malum here.
Yeah, lots of danger though. Joker and, well, now Joker the only one left here with Flip. Might be able to find something. They're going to maybe do a little damage to Joker, but not enough to get the kill. Wow, Leon almost dies instantly from just that rocket, and the Crater Maker is going to cause just enough chaos to get it through. A Flip here from Joker. Not enough to get it through. That's a lot of strikes, a lot of abilities to get it around, so they do end up stuffing that one. The Thunder Strike, a lot of damage. Mafinkui is at danger, completely knocked out of the goal, and that'll be it. Demon Time once again blowing up the opponents, as we thought this might happen. 4 stacks of Prize Fighter on this Estelle. Now a demon in her own right.
216 power. I mean, at this point, if you're standing in the mid line as Joker and you see like Malum or Leon stand on the edge, you just piercing shot them and they're dead. And there's nothing they can do except evade, pre-evade, and a lot of damage coming out. That piercing shot did like 25% of HP with the goalie resistance, so that's a lot of damage here.
It is a lot of damage. Mafenkui getting the beautiful behind the back there, matching Gumi's skill level, perhaps, in that exact scenario. Successfully, Joker looking a little bit low here. Oh, the damn 2 cooldowns spent from Muffin, and they still end up losing that barrier. But hey, the first barrier is always cosmetic in this game, unless you only have one, of course. Lots of strikes, lots of pushing in to that barrier. They do successfully get it. Mafenkui going to keep a little bit of that speed to get the ball right on up to Leo Leon. Xianzhu really low, a godlike angle off the black hole. Is going to give the ball right on back, putting enough pressure onto Demon Time, allowing Leo Leon to get the kill really fast right now. Moving up with this flip. Yeah, might have needed to spend it there, though, but holding the resource.
Oh my God.
And Xianzhu, or sorry, Gumi, nowhere to be found ever again. Crater Maker sent, flip finally spent, but not enough yet. Still holding the line here, Xianzhu and the Joker. The determination to keep this point allows Gumi to return to the board, and will they be able to get the barrier from RTF, bro? Oh, what?
They only need one barrier. All you need is just one. One interaction. One thing to seal the deal with this first point for RTF. And I will say, I've not seen Maloom without an evade for like 9 of these points. Like, I always see, I look at him, and he's either like a 1 HP and no evade, or just getting hit around like a ping pong.
Yeah, it doesn't have a dash that'll end up hitting a bunch of different people at the same time, so can't heal nearly as effective as X. Wow, look at all that knockback just from Crystal Thorns. That move doesn't really do all that much knockback, but with 216 power, that is no joke. Unable to stack the strikes successfully, they lose the barrier there to Joker and Xianzhu. Gumi going to pass it on up here. Xianzhu spends an evade a little bit there. Muffin going to try to hold the line on the top side, allowing Luna to get their hands on it, but yeah, walks a little bit too close to the side, and that's just a simple Luna dash punch there. Path Splitter gonna at least spend a little bit of time. Gumi getting in the way as well. Mafenkui gonna spend the ult, yes sir. Gonna spend the Crater Maker as well, but they do hold the line for Leo Leon to return. Now Xianzhu is the one who's taking a little bit of damage, but yeah, now that there's no barriers, it's hard for these brawlers to just get in position to finally get the goal, and then things like this happen where, you know, they're just running back and forth, and the midfielder simply is nowhere to be found.
This open net scenario is really hard for the Asher and the X to really get a clean checkmate. Joker with the flip.
Oh, beautiful.
Goes insta strike and gets the set or Demon Time. And that was a great position awareness from the Joker, just catching them off guard with the MVP here. And now let's see. Ooh, 1-2. Extra special. They're really looking like, okay, there's so much damage and so much healing. I'm really curious what they're going to pick here.
Does actually opt for extra special, allowing this remedy to fall down to maybe Muffin. I know that they're going to try to deny it from these forwards, maybe. Okay, they don't actually deny it. They're going to go for even more damage. Leo Leon actually going to go for a little bit more mobility with that twin drive, which is pretty interesting. Maloom, he who has died a million times, but also might be able to heal now with this reptile remedy. So they both have one Stagger Awakening, which is going to go a long way for sure. As you mentioned a little earlier, no Stinger to be found, no Wand really. Percentage health damage not going to show up that much. Leo Leon gets sent down to just about nothing instantly. Nice. Healing and evading the Supernova is going to be quite effective there. Mafenkui doing a lot of damage to Joker, but heals up with that orb, but in return getting both of the barriers from the opposing side, because we just got close enough, and that's the whole point of this double brawler forward. Now if they can get this Joker out of here, they might be able to find...
Wow!
Alright.
That just should have killed. I was gonna say for RTF, this is the main key is to not let the Joker get the prize fighter stacks up. And then you had a scenario where the Joker was really low, but an unfortunate black hole pop killing really early on allows Demon Time to have a power play and secure that first point.
Yeah, great kill into Leo Leon. I could see some assistance coming out here from that Orb Dancer, although reset, and as you are dead, of course, you can't stack it, so that's going to waste a lot of time and a point in this set, but going to get a lot of punching going on in here. X Maximus getting at least the bottom barrier. Maloom trying to hold the line here against Joker, ends up winning interaction or two. Great angle from the black hole is going to keep possession for Leo Leon. If they can find a kill onto Joker or onto Xianzhu, they might be able to find it, although the flip's being spent does grab the second barrier. Joker gonna stun Mafenkui out of the way for that one. Yeah, they're doing a lot of damage to Joker. Might be able to find something. The Whiplash was enough to keep the ball. Insane kill from Shianzu as well, and now Malum is left alone with this Thunder Strike, with this flip Gumi, with this flip Shianzu as well in this 2v1, and there's very little you can do about being Asher in this spot, understandably getting passed on, and now Demon Time is looking at match point.
Yeah, it was looking really good there for RTF until Mafukwe got taken out. They did get rid of the prize fighter stacks on the Joker, but now the backs are behind the wall, at the wall, and this Supernova coming in from Gumi with the flip, putting all this pressure on RTF. This double flip here, it's gonna really okay. One's used to kill Leon 500. Mafukwe is getting taken out back with the flip and gets killed, and Gumi will secure the final point for Demon Time.
Yes, sir. It looks like the the pre-show desk was actually very accurate with assuming Demon Time was going to take it over RTF. Worthy effort, though, man. In the start of that game, bro, at the start of that game, it was actually all RTF making money moves, actually surviving like crazy with this Vambrace. Really impressed. Now, I believe Vambrace is totally real now. Like, I haven't seen it get that much value before, but when it's like, when you're against Luna, Vice, and Super Joker, Super Estelle, all you can think about is how am I healing with this Vambrace? And they certainly did make it happen for at least the first part of that game. But as we may have predicted, this Demon Time team did find all the damage that they needed to pretty much do what they need. I mean, it wasn't even all about damage. Sometimes just getting those like hits deal harder. It's just more knockback. I mean, it's enough to get the opponents off the board, and that will be it. I mean, you can see these stats here though: 15, 7, and 2. I mean, that is a lot of kills for Demon Time, and only a measly little 5 for RTF. Even if we have a lot of damage onto Leo. Leon X doing his job, but the objectives are what matters, and deaths definitely are involved. So, well played to Demon Time. Moving on, on up in the normal season there. Hopefully, we see RTF do some nice stuff next week.
Really great play for Demon Time. Just putting in the work, putting the fries in the bag, killing on the wall, and even though Malum, he was a sub today, he played pretty well on that Asher pick on the Vicious Vambrace. It was a tough scenario they put in. The double brawler, really? If they won that third set, obviously they win the set, like the game. But just taking 2 sets of Demon Time with that comp is an accomplishment of their own.
Yeah, for sure. Well played there, and hopefully we see much more coming out there. But we are going to go to a break, just a short one there, as we load up some more players here. Next match coming up, it's going to be Bamba against EKC. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Point of Grand Finals, a long journey, all comes down to this. Looking for a passing lane, there's the opening on the outside, the pass, it's wide open, a beautiful shot to the corner, they've reached the summit!